So once again, our objective for today, I can write and graph linear functions. This is what we started yesterday. And I gave you guys definitions, yes, example, non-examples. And from there, we went ahead and did some steps, and our 5 basic steps were solve, write, plot, graph, and check, right? Now, on the homework, not all the problems had all those steps within one problem, right? Only some of them, they asked you for certain things, but at least we saw all of them in once. However, in the back of those Cornell notes, I want you to copy this next concept map, please. Here you go. Copy this down, please, in the back of your notes. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we get there. Yes, we covered this one yesterday, right? We graphed that. Then I gave you guys another one. You solve for y, graph, and so on and so forth. And then we did one of these, and we said this is not a function. Then we did one of these, and that was a horizontal line. So from there, concept map. Copy this down, please, in the back. At the top, forms of linear equations. Forms of linear equations. Forms of linear equations. From there, you're going to branch out. We're going to do 3 branches, one to the left, one to the right, and one in the center. On the left. On the right. No, the left, my bad. On the left. Y form. Y form. In the center. Standard form. Standard form. And on the right, point slope form. Point slope form. Once again, forms of linear equations, Y form, standard form, and point slope form. All right, so let's address Y form. You're going to branch out from the Y form. You're going to do 2 branches down, and I'm going to go from there. All right, here we go. On the Y form, write this down. On this side, write Y equals 7 plus 2/3. 2x, I'm sorry. 7 plus 2x. Okay? Another type of Y form is this one. Y equals -5 plus, somebody give me a number. Okay, 6x. All right? So, we've seen these, right? We've been doing these. However, I'm asking you to rewrite them in a certain way. Is that correct? Yes. So that has a specific name. So underneath the other branch for the Y form, I want you to write this. I want you to write slope intercept form. Slope intercept form. What does that look like? That form looks like this. Y equals mx plus, plus b. All right? So far we covered Y form, but there's a specific way I've been asking you to write the Y form once we solve for Y, which is this one. So think about it. If I was to ask you, everybody look at this. I haven't even explained anything. You already saw this last year, but I'm just refreshing in your memory. By looking at this form, what would you think would represent the slope? Think about it. Okay, and which one do you think will represent the intercept? Okay, tell your neighbor what is it each. So check this out. Everybody look up. So if I was to rewrite this one, everybody look up, this first equation in slope-intercept form, all I need to do is bring the x to the front. Everybody see that? And send the 7 at the end of the equation in order to be in what form? Slope-intercept form. So let me write that here. Y equals 2x plus 7. I just rewrote this first one in slope-intercept form. So, since I did that one, can you rewrite this second one in slope-intercept form, please? So, all right. So who wrote y equals 6x minus 5? That is correct. Slope-intercept form. So now that we know how to write it, and we haven't even gotten there yet, but just by looking at it, tell your neighbor for this first equation, everybody look up, this one right here, which is the slope and which is the intercept. Okay, so let's see. Who said that the slope was 2 and the intercept was 7? Yes. How about the second one? The slope is what? And the intercept is -5. Are we there? All right. So for right now, let's leave that one alone. Let's go to standard form. I want you to write this down. Standard form. Here we go. Standard form looks like this. AX plus BY equals C. Standard form, AX plus BY equals C. So check this out. If I was to look at this standard form and compare it to the slope-intercept form, which is this one, one thing that you would notice is that standard form has both variables, x and y, on the same side of the equation. Do you notice that? Slope-intercept form is solved for which variable? For y. Everybody there? So check this out. So if this is standard form, look, I'm going to take this first equation, this one right here. Everybody look up, this one. And I'm going to rewrite it in standard form. Check this out. Y equals 2x plus 7. Right now it's slope-intercept form. Is that correct? To write it in standard form, I need to get rid of this 2x from here and bring it over to the other side, don't I? So therefore, I just do subtract 2x, subtract 2x, and we're left with negative 2x plus y equals what? 7. Now, with that said, everybody look up. If I was to ask you, look at here, where is A at? A is the coefficient of what? So what is A in this equation? Negative 2. What is B in this equation? And what is C in this equation? 7. Everybody see that? Okay. So this is standard form. Okay. Yes? Form. Okay. So standard form. Let's move on to point slope. Write this down, please. Y minus y sub 1 equals m, open parentheses, x minus x sub 1. Okay. Now this is the other form that we're going to be using once we start identifying and writing equations when they only give us a couple pieces of information. Right now we're not there, but we will get there pretty fast. Now check this out. One thing that we do know, everybody look up, please. Look at this one. We do know that what N stands for, right? Yes. So we know what that means here. Is that correct? Look what the name of it is. Point, slope. What is the name of this one? Slope, intercept. Slope, intercept. So the N stands for slope. Everybody got it? And therefore, when they only give us the slope and a point and they want us to write an equation, this is the form that we're going to use. Okay? We can use this one and we can use this one to rewrite something. But this is the form that I want you guys to practice. But anyways, we're not quite there yet. We are here right now. So right now I'm going to focus on standard form. The reason I just wanted to paint you the concept map of what we're going to be looking at is so that you can see the connection. Okay? All right, so underneath that, underneath this this concept map that you wrote, I want you to write this next example, example number, I think we're on number 5? Number 3. Write example number 3 underneath that. It says, example 3, write x equals 2y plus 4 in standard form and give the values of a, b, and c. Write x equals 2y plus 4 in standard form and give the values of a, b, and c. All right? Let's do this one together. Let's see. We got x equals 2y plus 4. It's not in standard form. Tell your neighbor what you would do to make it in standard form. All right. So your neighbor said what? Minus 2y. Minus 2y. And we're left with negative 2y plus x equals 4. Is that correct? Huh? Is it in standard form now? No. What did I do? I should have written the x at the beginning. First, remember, it's an ax plus by equals c. That's standard form. So the x has to always go in the first term. So therefore, let's rewrite this. All I have to do is switch these terms around. So we get x minus 2y equals 4. Now it's in standard form. All right? That's what you meant. All right. So what is a? 1, b, negative 2, and c, 4. So far so good? Coefficient of x is 1, coefficient of y is negative 2, and the constant is 4. Okay, let's do another one. Copy this down, please. Copy that one down, example 3b, and the equation that they give us this time is x equals 4. Think about it. You don't have to write the rest of the text, just write the equation. All right, let's look at this. Think about the question, and don't say it out loud. What's missing? Okay, that's the first question. The second question, if it's missing, that means it could have been somewhere on this equation. Is that correct? Okay, so if it would have been on this equation, where do you picture it? Think about it. Okay, so check this out. I see some of you that right away you saw that you're missing the y. Is that correct? So if we're missing a y, then we can rewrite this as x plus 0y equals 4. Is it in standard form now? Yes, so therefore, identify A, B, and C. Okay? So, let's see. Rhett, what'd you get? Who said 1, 0, 4? All right. Copy this next one, please. Okay, copy this one. And the equation given is y equals 5x minus 9. Identify A, B, and C. All right. So you subtracted 5x from each side. Is that correct? And we're left with negative 5x plus y equals negative 9. Therefore, A is equal to what? Negative 5. B is equal to 1. And C is equal to negative 9. Hands, have you got that? Okay. So far, so good? Okay. So, we got this. And the last one. See if you can do this one by yourself this time. Go. Equation given, y equals 12. Okay, so what'd you do from there? Okay, so he said he added 0x to y, so 0x plus y, that is equal to what? 12. Okay, hands if you got that. Okay, so therefore, what is your A? 0. B? And C? Yes? Okay, so with that said, that's enough practice for standard form. Any questions with standard form? Fairly simple? All right, get your graph paper in front of you and graph the following equation, please. Okay, graph the equation y equals 4x and tell whether it represents a function. By now you should know the steps, 5 basic steps. Solve for y, it's already. Write a table, plot your points, graph your line, and check a point to see if I'm the line. Go. So, is it already solved for y? Yes. Your table, x, y, your domain, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. And if we substitute the first value, negative 2, in here, so negative 2 times 4, that's negative 8. The next one, negative 1 times 4, that's negative 4. The next one, that's 0. The next one is 4. The next one is 8. So far, so good? Negative 2, negative 8. Negative 2, negative 8, somewhere way over here. Negative 1, negative 4. Oh, okay, yeah. Thank you. Negative 2, negative 8. Negative 1, negative 4. 0, 0. 1, 4. And 2, 8. And your graph should look something like that. Nice and straight. My bad. Okay. How about that? Bam. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So we did solve for y. Write a table. Plot your points. Graph your line. What's left? Check. So you made up a point. Let me see. Jesus, what point did you make up? Very good. 2, 3. Wow. I wonder where he got those. Y equals 4x, and instead of y, I'm going to write what? 3, and instead of x, I'm going to write 2. I bring everything else down. The equal, the 4, a parenthesis here. 4 times 2 is 8. Is 3 equal to 8? No, so this is not on line. And if we check the point by graphing it, 2, 3 is right here. Is that on the line? Nope. It's not on the line. Okay? Do another one. Here we go. Copy this one. Y plus x equals 7. Y plus x equals 7. Y plus x equals 7. Once again, follow your steps. Step 1, solve for y. Step 2, write a table. Plot your points, graph your function, and then at the end, you check. Go. Okay, so for this one, we subtract x to each side. We're left with y equals negative x plus 7. Once again, get used to writing the x on the first term and the constant at the end. I know some of you wrote 7 minus x, but get used to this form, please. What is this form called? Slope-intercept form. We're going to get there. Okay? So from there, our table, x, y, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. Some of you like to use this kind of table. Oh, sorry. So yeah, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, I'll use this one. How about if I substitute negative 2 in here? Negative 2 times a negative is a positive. Positive 2 plus 7, that's 9. The next one is 1 plus 7, that's 8, 7, 6, and 4. Oh, 5, my bad. Right. Just making sure you're paying attention. All right, so this is 5. So if we plot these points, negative 2, 9 is right here. Negative 1, 8. 0, 7. 1, 6. 2, 5. Okay, that's what we did. Okay, here we go. So homework. Hold on. Homework pages 260 to 261, 2 to 34, even. Okay. So turn in your rulers over here. Your homework in the back. Enjoy your homework tonight. See you guys tomorrow.